Clement Vallandigham, the American politician and lawyer who was defending a man accused of murder, accidentally shot himself while demonstrating how the victim might have done so. His client was acquitted. A factory worker in Manchester found a mouse on her table and screamed. A man rushed over to her and tried to shoo it away, but it tried to hide in his clothes. And when he gasped in surprise, the mouse dove into his mouth and he swallowed it. The mouse tore and bit the man's throat and chest, and he later died in horrible agony. Julius Peter. The newbie professional soldier was killed on the first day of the Battle of Stones River when a cannonball decapitated him. The 32-year-old plasterer was shot and killed by excise officer Francis Smith, who mistook him for the Hammersmith ghost due to his white uniform. Smith was later sentenced to death, but his sentence was commuted to 1 year's imprisonment with hard labor, and he received a full pardon later in the year. The lamplighter in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York, had attached a 10-pound, 4.5 kilograms rock to his alarm clock, which would crash to the floor and awaken him. On Christmas Eve, he rearranged his furniture for a party, but forgot to change his room back afterwards. When the alarm mechanism went off the next morning, the rock fell on his head and killed him. James Jim Cullen. The 25-year-old Irish man became the only man ever lynched in Mapleton, Maine, after he committed a robbery and beat 2 deputy sheriffs to death with an axe. Jeremiah Harrelson. The former United States congressman from Alabama disappears from the historical record after his 1895 imprisonment for pension fraud in Albany, New York. He was reportedly killed by an unknown animal while coal mining near Denver, Colorado, circa 1916, but there is little or no historical evidence for this. A Rocky Male. At around 8:30 p.m., a shower of meteorites fell like rain on a village in Sulaymaniyah, Iraq, then part of the Ottoman Empire. One man was paralyzed and another died. His death is considered the only credible case of death by meteorite. Victims of the 1858 Bradford sweets poisoning. In Bradford, England, a batch of sweets accidentally poisoned with arsenic trioxide were sold by William Hardiker, colloquially referred to as Humbug Billy. Around 5 boxes of sweets were delivered and sold. Around 20 people died and 200 people suffered from the effects of the poison. Bridget Driscoll, the 44-year-old, the first recorded case of a pedestrian killed in a collision with a motor car in Great Britain, was struck on the grounds of the Crystal Palace in London by a car belonging to the Anglo-French Motor Carriage Company while giving demonstration rides. Archduchess Matilda of Austria, the daughter of Archduke Albrecht, Duke of Teschen, set her dress on fire while trying to hide a cigarette from her father, who had forbidden her to smoke. James Moon, the 37-year-old blacksmith, self-proclaimed inventor and American Civil War veteran, killed himself with a makeshift guillotine.